Alright, OBK 2.0 updates. I've missed you all. We haven't done a devlog in so long. I thought I'd start bringing it back. Let's get these devlogs back in, talking about the games and seeing what's going on. So this is specifically about OBK. I want to go through the feedback. I want to go what we're working on because we just patched the game after all. Up front, the player base has expanded quite a lot. We were basically not ready. The servers are basically kind of dying a little bit, and then that's why we patched the game to improve our netcode, but also improve the servers. There's also a few compatibility issues with Mac and PC, and that's kind of caused a bit of a connection issues with some people disconnecting, and this is why we try to avoid a bit of Mac development, I'm just saying. Alright, so let's talk about the graphical changes. Overall, we had a lot of people who didn't like the camera settings at first, but after a while, they got used to it. The game has become more visually appealing and just more enjoyable to watch, which is super important for OBK. I've actually started to enjoy watching the replays and video footage that people are submitting in. Please keep submitting those in, and yeah, I mean, I just love watching the game. I know a lot of people want more camera settings, and we got to figure out a range that we can change it, because in this game, the feeling of speed changes if the camera can be modified. So if you modify the camera, we got to make sure the graphics changes accordingly, give you that feeling of speed. We need to make the game feel the same regardless of the settings we give. So give us some time and we are on it. Alright, so let's talk about equipment. Axel cooked a lot on the equipment and the balances. I think the most important thing is we're having tournaments that are with equipment on and equipment off, just so we can see and assess the player's feel before we start doing massive adjustments on it. Having your own build and hero is an important part of OBK, and it's one of the things that I feel I wanted to do in 1.0, but I never got to doing it because I was just too scared and there's just too many factors involved, especially with just the heroes alone. The experimentation that people are doing now with different heroes gives a new feeling to the game. You are starting to see different combinations and setups do really well, and it opens up to a different host of tournament ideas. That said, we are well aware you all want information on all the equipment. There's just a lot of stats that we can't present. We wanted to simplify how it looks on the game, and so having the 7 stats that you have now is just more easier to see. However, if we exposed every single one, there's like 30, so you wouldn't even be able to get a numerical change of view. You would just see like 30 stats, which is quite intimidating to a normal player. So hopefully we can build out a nice wiki for you, and that way you can get a more detailed information about all the items. Hero balance and meta. The meta will evolve a lot with so many heroes and setups available. Right now we are addressing a few outliers that we didn't see and are trying to mix it up. An example is coin heroes. We actually balanced these heroes downwards. We actually nerfed them a little bit because we thought they were overpowered with how many coins there are in the game now. There's a lot of coins, a lot of boxes, the respawn rates of all these items are very high. So people, we thought, were gonna overplay these heroes and they were gonna be like basically pub stomping. So you can expect and see how we're gonna be changing the meta over time. Heroes such as Kun and Jez, which were mid-tier before, are now amazing with the meta given the new builds and balances. I don't think Axel or I actually saw this coming, so it was a good surprise for us. Basically, it's kind of me saying that we are on the lookout and you should expect patches to evolve over time as things change, and we want to keep the meta a little bit spicy. Maps and updates. Honestly, I'm really happy to see you all enjoying the new changes. We are going to keep adding back to the original map pool over time as reworks are done across all 70 maps in the game. And then we're going to hopefully add more maps just to see how we go with the new direction. Because now we know how fast the game is moving, obviously the map can change. I think a good example I want to add is basically Japan and Lunar New Year Japan. These maps, this spiral is just going to be massive pain for this patch, because the game is moving so fast now that this spiral is practically impossible, even with high steer. So there needs to be some significant modification to some of the maps, perhaps even big drastic changes to them. So that's what we're working on as well. What is also unique with the jumper pads and now more item boxes is the forgotten paths are becoming more viable, but also show variation in gameplay for players to make a decision instead of always following the same path over and over. Look, there are a lot of things to work with OBK, but I'm very happy that we've moved in this new direction with the game. It will likely help us build out modes with the community. There are many things I want to work with now, seeing how you all enjoy it. And honestly, I'm just excited that we found this new direction together. Next update soon. Hopefully, I will win a tournament. See you all on the track.